Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Yeah! There you go! That's it! Ready to take! Hey, kill!
Plowing up the middle. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Another carry for him. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Play action, Prescott. And right away, he just throws that one to another neighborhood. I think we're all a little confused at that, and we do have a flag for grounding now. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 8 yards in the right direction on that run, and now they've got to figure out this 3rd and 15.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
3rd and long, Prescott. Buying some time right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9.
Kill!
Before that play clock can expire, Mike McCarthy finds an official and calls timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Cowboys putting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Engeron now. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will take possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Don't touch it!
Right to the air, it's Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Kendricks. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber of defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
There we go. Right there.
They'll run here on first down. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Prescott will look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at 3rd and very long. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. They've got first down from the 31. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 now. Doesn't make the connection. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings them to 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he's going to run for it. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. The tackle made by Mozzie Smith. Offense in the hurry up here. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Rolling out to his left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. Vacates quickly left side. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, And you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Looking right, and he finds him. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's the handoff. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. Back-to-back carries here. He's got the first with room to go inside the 20. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys get some late points and the lead. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Great.
Hurts now from the gun. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Short pass brought in. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Dotson now in motion right. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
He finds Brown right side. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Chased out to his right. Has a man. It's Brown. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. 1st and 10 from the 41. Hurts throwing again. Able to get it to Barkley. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. They are throwing it again. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position, and most importantly, swat that pass away. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. He puts some power on a deep one left. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. Completed here to Uzama. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Forced out to his right. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. He'll throw it. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
On 1st down, Hurts hits him on the out route. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
He's on the move. That hit affected that throw, and it sails out of bounds, incomplete.
I love the mobility here. Starts great, escapes pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the tackle at the 38. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Throwing it again here. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. All set up now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. He's got to gain a 6 there. Malik Hooker with the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
set. No touch.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach third down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on third and short.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Great, set.
They go to Barkley again. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final. Second down now, 7 to go.
Great, set. No touch.
This time it's a passing play. Escapes. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Offense up to the line fast.
No touch.
Back to throw it. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They could bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
No touch.
Looking to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, here's Dak. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Yeah.
Trying again following the sack. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. New set of downs for him at the 38. Right up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They give it to him again. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
The defense takes its third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Yeah, here we go. Right, check. Kill.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Call it 7 yards. That's going to bring up 4th and 4.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down.
Under. Go.
A tight end in motion now. Now we've got whistles, but not for delay of game. They were able to get a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Great. Set.
He'll look to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately...
And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
63.
Now to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Getting out to his left. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And it still shows up as a victory for them, Brock, whether they score 50 or they have a rough day putting points on the board.